Hey guys, Cam McClellan.
Al Lewison.
Welcome to today's Wealth WOD.
Workout of the day.
Nowadays, to get started, the reality is getting initial deposit is pretty tough. Like to have 50k set aside is pretty tough for some young kids.
How many times a week do we get asked this question?
Oh yeah, how do I get my initial deposit?
Yeah, my poor kids. How will my kids be able to afford something?
Well, the reality is most parents are helping their kids out. We've got a huge amount of clients that are in conjunction with their kids just to get the first one started. Once they've got the initial portfolio, getting the first deposit is the most important thing. So beg, borrow, do everything but steal, but do whatever you can to scrape together that first deposit, because there's no way you're going to save for that deposit. And if you do get to the point where you're saving up a bit of money, if the property market jumps again, for example, if you've saved up $35,000 and you need $40,000 for your deposit, that mustache is terrible. You need 40 grand for your deposit, the market moves 10%, well you need to save up 44,000 for that. So it's always chipping ahead of you, and at the moment it's moving fast. So parents are helping a lot of people out. It's
been a concern through forever. We read the article a few WODs ago in the last 20 about the 1970 article, December 13, median house price is 18,000. This is ridiculous. Kids will never be able to afford a house. How are they getting the market?
As this, I found an article, so I compared that article I was talking about. I found another article that I read the other day. It said the resources in Australia are drying up. The boat people are coming over here, and it's going to change Australia. The article was written before the 1900s. So we just landed. People were whinging about it. So I'm going to drag it out.
Captain Cook's still floating around.
Yeah. Sorry.
Anyway, so this has been one.
It was the gold rush they were talking about, not the money.
This has been one through the ages where people are worried about the market moving ahead of their kids being able to afford to get in the market. Firstly, kids have always gotten in the market, so there is a will when there's a way. Anyway, something exciting's happened to all those parents out there who are worried, and I read this recently. Some banks, I'm going to say under 5 banks now, and they're not the big 4, but other lenders, are now allowing parents to have a second mortgage for the money they lend to their kids to buy a house. So let me give that example.
All right, explain what a second mortgage is.
Yep, a bank will come and say, we'll lend you 80% without lender's mortgage insurance to buy a house. The kids need 20%. So what the parents are saying is, here's your 20%, let's call it 60,000. The bank says, great, we'll secure that with a second mortgage over the property, which secures their money. So what does that mean? If the kids go bankrupt, the parents' money is secured there. So the first bank, kids 80%?
Kids aren't the smartest with money. That's and we can understand, and you can see why this product's come about recently, because obviously that's happening more and more. Parents are chucking money in. Kids aren't the smartest with money. What other things can happen now? Relationships. There's some crazy amount of relationship breakups nowadays, divorces, or even a case of puppy love, moving with your first little romance. And
the article I read about it talked about it. So it said where there's divorce happening, so the parents have lent their 60,000, divorce happens, assets are split, money disappears. Money's now secured. So if the house is sold, divorce happens, house sold, bank money, parents' money, leftover money split. As you can see, the parents' money is protected, and they're protecting their children, their investment.
All right.
Much smarter.
So let's go through this. So
let's go through.
Kid comes along, he's dad because he's got a mustache. Hey dad, can I have 100 grand to buy a house? I'm responsible now. The bank won't give me any money. I've got no money. I want to buy a house. You say,
what do you need, son?
Give us 100 grand.
Okay, son. Here you go.
I take that money. Old school ways, I can take that away, buy a house, screw up on it, up against the wall, get with the missus, break up, she takes half of it, dad's lost his coin. New scenario, same thing happens, I've got a loan with the bank, old man's also got a loan and a contract with the bank that I can't sell the property or drag any money out of it until he says so, until he gets his money back.
Registered mortgage.
Yeah, so second mortgage, yeah?
So if Cam's a bad son,
bad guy,
forgets to lose his job, can't pay his repayments on his house, bank comes and says, guess what, we need to sell your house? Guess what? Dad's money's protected and coming back to him.
Hopefully November finishes pretty soon.